Trust me, y'all got me. Y'all got me. Okay, so listen, I want to give a shout out to everyone who's being a blessing and supporting the Antidote show. I am still looking for hairstylists for an event coming up November the 10th and 11th. Hey, and the Antidote behind the chair and all my students out there, please inbox me. I'm looking for hairstylists. I'm looking for makeup artists for this event. It's a very big event, so please contact me on that. I want you guys to get involved. I want you to be a part. Okay, so please contact me on that. Also, I'm looking for some salons or some small businesses so I can drop off some boxes for canned goods for hungry and underprivileged children. Okay, so that's people helping people. So inbox me on that if you like to set up a box in your salon or your business so you can help me reach 1,000 to 2,000 canned goods by November, by Thanksgiving. We want to make sure that we're going to be a blessing to other people during this harvest season. Okay, so I want you to make sure and get in touch with me with that. We want to make sure and get over 150,000, a million cans. There is no limit because there's a lot of people out here in need. And you know, the antidote, God is the antidote, but we want to be the antidote in our community and doing the things so we can help people in our community. So get with me on that. Also, I'm looking for a couple celebrities. I need a couple celebrities to contact me. I need some charity stuff done to try to auction off for the African Children's Fund. I need some celebrities to help me out on a little thing. All it is your autograph. That's all I'm going to need is an autograph. Okay, so please contact me, inbox me on that. I'll give you more information as you contact me. Okay, so we are live here. Let me see, is there anything else? Oh, please make sure and visit the Antidote behind the chair. I'll be in a lot of different places coming in the next months. I am very, very busy. I heard the Lord when he said, leave the job and follow me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm leaving the job and follow him as he continues to bless the Antidote show. So if you like to give a donation to the Antidote show, or if you like to get an Antidote show t-shirt, or maybe you'd like to get a Keep God Up t-shirt. Y'all know what I mean by that in our finances. If we keep God up, he'll keep us up. Okay, so when you get your money, you pass your money with God up and you receive your money with God up. Because if we trust God in our finances, he's going to take care of us. Remember, he told us we don't have to worry about being taken care of. If he be lifted up, he'll draw all men unto us. And he'll make sure that, favor outweighs the dollar. You know, he'll put people in your path that will take care of you, that'll make sure that you're taken care of. Trust me, I live a lot on favor because God puts the right people in my life to bless me so that I don't want. Okay, so if the birds and the bees and the flowers and all that ain't worried, why are you? So make sure when you go to your retailers and you pass your money because you know they're trying to take God out for everything. Okay, remember, God is the antidote to your healing, to your deliverance, to being set free, to your freedom. You know, we're not free in this world because the enemy is the ruler of this world, but God is the ruler over him. Okay, so we have to walk by faith and know that God has us. Hey, I see y'all out there on Facebook and YouTube and Segun. Okay. Network. I'm gonna get it together before the show ends, okay? Again, no disrespect. Shaking. I got it. I'm getting it. All right. So I love you guys. So remember, keep God up, and I have t-shirts for that. Florida, I'll see you in November the 17th. The Vegas, I'll see you next week. And California, I'll see you next week. So I'm so excited in my travels. Just continue to donate to the Antidote show. Remember, you can go to the antidotebehindthechair.com or email merchelbrown.com. Merchelle Brown at Yahoo. You can go there, or the Antidote show at Yahoo, or you can go to PayPal and search the Antidote show. So this is how we operate off of donations. I really don't never ask you guys for anything, but I have not if I ask not, okay? And a closed mouth definitely won't get fed. All right, so we got to get on with the show because y'all know an hour go very fast, and y'all know I can't talk an hour, okay? It's no hard thing to do, all right? So I have the African Children's Fund here with me today. Dr. Victor, I'm just gonna say Dr. Victor because if I mess up, I ain't trying to mess up no name. So I'm gonna say Dr. Victor, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself and let him tell you about the African Children's Fund. Go ahead, this is Dr. Victor to my right. See, you know we coordinating in the spirit. We all dressed alike.
No, I just want to say to Segun, isn't this sister awesome?
Oh yeah, she is.
Thank you.
And God is doing a great favor to his people through her.
Thank you so much.
My name is Victor Mbaba, your brother from Nigeria originally. Been on this part of the world for 34 years.
Wow.
And 25 years ago, I started the Africa's Children's Fund, even as I was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do with this organization, we provide mentoring to children here in Metro Atlanta. We also provide housing services to families in need. And we ship books to build libraries in several countries in Africa. And we also provide scholarships so that children can go to school.
Now that's
some
awesome.
of the things that we do.
Now that's awesome. Now y'all know I'm big for the children now. Y'all know I love the children. Hey, we don't beat the kids, we teach the kids, all right?
Yeah.
So these are the kind of organizations that we need to get involved with and know more about. So Dr. Victor, can you tell us your mission in doing this? Why are you doing this?
Well, why we are doing what we do is that we have a role to play in helping to improve the quality of life of the children in this world as we're part of this world. So that is why I felt I was called to do just a little bit that I can. And so our mission is simply to provide assistance and services to children and families in need in the United States of America, Africa, and the Caribbean. And in the United States, we concentrate here in metropolitan Atlanta.
Awesome. I think that is so great because we need that because our children are so lost right now. And we don't have those organizations putting back into the community to make a difference in our community. But everyone want to blame everyone, reason why things aren't happening, but we won't get on board on organizations as such so that we can make a difference as a people.
Yes, what we see is that we don't at all judge people. We know there's only one that can judge.
That's right.
Because in doing what we're doing in the community, we see a lot of needs. And we've come to conclude that families do struggle, some not fault of their own.
Mm-hmm.
And so we, who are the stewards of any resource that we may have in this world, we have owe it to ourselves and to our neighbors to do what we can to help.
Yes, each one reach one,
Yes.
Yeah.
basically, because we have to get in that out of that old mentality, that slave mentality, I must say, and get back into the kingdom mentality. Because it's kingdom business that we're out to do. And we have to be a part of the kingdom. I know y'all say, oh, what church you go to? Well, I attend a service and fellowship with people, but however, I am a part of a kingdom. So if I come and see you, doctor, I'm just coming to my uncle's house. Because we're speaking the same language and we have to come together as a community and as a people to make a difference, to make sure these children are getting the proper mentorship as well as the proper support in our community.
That's true.
So with some of the scholarships, what schools have you been able to fund as far as in the scholarship?
Well, locally, we provide scholarship for books.
Okay.
So in other words, whether a student attends Spelman or Morehouse or any of these schools, when they are referred through organizations that they may have been involved, like the sororities that may be mentoring them, the fraternities that may be mentoring them, or any other after school or youth development program that are part or maybe in partnership with our organization, we screen and qualify these students and provide them book scholarship. And we do that mostly during our fundraising events.
Right, because when you talk about fundraising events, I'm telling you, these events are of the royal priesthood. Let me tell you, because it was destined for us to meet because we've met at two different separate events. didn't know what God was lining up, but God knew what He was lining up. Okay.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Though? The only thing that I saw that first time, I saw the tallest woman in the hall, and I just took my mind off. Never imagined that this is going to be the lady that I will be sitting with, doing great things together.
Yes.
So that is just wanted to throw that in.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I mean, I worked the fashion show actually at both events. So happened I hosted one event with Latanya, and I know you're watching Latanya and the Social Butterflies. Girl, thank you for such a great event and the opportunity to meet such a great man. So I appreciate you, Latanya. You know, I give hats off and give, honor where it's due. So thank you so much, Social Butterflies of Atlanta. So please also contact that organization. And then we just met at the Nigerian Women for Progress event, and that's where I met Shagan, Shogun, Shagan, Shagan. He's shaking. Okay, I got it. So Shagan as well, and we're going to hear from him in just a few minutes. But we did a purple carpet. Y'all know that's my color, purple, the color of royalty. And we did a event for Stacey Abrams, and I'm telling you, it was awesome. Hopefully, you guys tuned in and heard some of the candidates for the upcoming election. And with that being said, please get out and vote. Later on in this episode, we're gonna talk about that voting thing. So hopefully you guys got out and vote. I'll look to get out and vote this week. Y'all know election day is my birthday. So give me a gift. Give me the gift of voting. Okay. If y'all just go out and vote and inbox me your sticker saying I voted, please do that. And what I'll do is put all the names that come in my social media network, all the names that come in, and I'll do a drawing and I'll give away something great, either a t-shirt or something. So please go out and vote. Please go out and vote, and then email me your selfie picture of you going out and voting. Okay, so just make sure that you do that. Go out and vote. So I got the pleasure of meeting this young man at the Nigerian Women for Progress. Yes, event. When I tell you royalty, them sisters came out. I was like, I thought I was underdressed. Honey, they came out with, I can't wait to go to Africa. Okay, I need to be centered. Okay, they had the trains with the pearls and the beads and the stones and such beautiful fabric. And I was able to model for the young lady. I can't remember her her store, but it's in Greenbrier Mall on the third floor of Macy's. She has a salon, a store there. She's a queen. You know her. She got a purple afro. Okay, go see her. She has some beautiful garments. Beautiful garments. So I want you guys to get out there. I see you, Miss Wooten. I want you guys to get out there. So back to Dr. Victor. Okay, tell me, how can people support your fund and help those students get the support for mentorship as well as for their, what I'm talking about,
Yes. Great questions. I know when you mention non-profit organization, everyone always talk about money. We need money to get our missions going. That's true. But it might not surprise so many people. We also need the gift of labor.
Yes, labor.
So
definitely.
we need our brothers to be mentors to young people, because we're doing mentoring right here in Metro Atlanta. So we are really in need of mentors. We're working in some apartment complexes. Some of them we have close to 60% of the residents or tenants being on Section 8. Mm-hmm. Again, with no judging, but there are some people that we must be of assistance to. Yes. Support. So we need mentors, and of course we need financial support to help us move our organization forward. And what greater opportunity do we have as we are going to celebrate our 25th anniversary?
Yes, I'm excited. Yes.
The first night is a VIP event at the Bentley of Atlanta. It's called the President's VIP Reception. And the second night is the 17th annual Taste of the World. So our listeners can support us by attending this event and really celebrating with us for 25 years of service to children.
Yes, well, congratulations on 25 years of service to children, because people don't stay in it for the long haul. You know, there's no consistency in our community, and we have to get it together. Okay, y'all know I'm a rebuke and set free now. Y'all know. So we got to get together. So I challenge my brothers out here that's listening, especially those brothers that got your mind on right. You know, now everybody can't do this, so I'm talking just to a few. Okay? But I need my brothers to stand up and stand proud, because these children, these young men, most definitely, you know, our young men need mentorship, because a lot of our young men are in single parent homes with all they have is their mom. And now I raised two sons, but I cannot raise my son to be a man. Okay, my sons are still struggling with that on today, because it was really hard for them to find real good men that could be a good role model for them. And I would not allow just anyone to speak into their lives. Okay, because remember, y'all guys, we've talked about generational curses, and we've talked about cursing our seed. We have to get out of talking down to our black men. We got to get out of that. Whether they are 2 years old or 54 years old, we have to get out of that and start speaking life to our men. So my sisters, start speaking life to your children, your husbands, your brothers, your dude, your babe, whoever he is out there to you. We need to start speaking life to our brothers, because the enemy is out to kill them. He wants to eliminate them off this earth. And some of our sisters are even have the confusion that want to do the same. But we have to get in a place where we're mentoringship, good men, good, powerful black men, as such, that needs to speak life to our young men, and even not only our brothers coming out of the penal system. Our brothers that are coming out of the penal system, that have tried to change and turn their lives around, because of most of the time they got stuck in something out of mishap. Okay? God is of a second chance. He gave us a second chance when he brought Jesus. Okay? Because he could have left us with Adam. All right? So remember, the counterfeit comes first. So sisters, I ask you and I urge you to speak life. Brothers, I ask you and I urge you to get up, stand up, and be proud, and do what you need to do for our children. Okay? Because our children are our future. Remember where we were. Now, we had some resources because it stayed within the family, and it stayed within the unit of the family. And do you get a whooping by mama, you're going to get a whooping by grandmama and everybody else. But we're out of that now. We into that social media craze. We into that people telling us how to raise our children. That's why we need organizations like Dr. Victor has. And he's going to give you his website, how you can get in touch with him if you would like to become a volunteer, if you would like to become a mentor, or even if you even have an idea. God gives us witty inventions that we don't have room to do it, but he put people in place that will take the horn and take care of it and make it happen. Okay, so Dr. Victor, can you give them all your information, and then we're going to talk to Segun. Aha. All right. I did that right?
Yep.
We're going to talk to Segun, all right?
Our main office is located at 2310 Park Lake Drive, Suite 188. That's in Atlanta, Georgia, 30345. Our telephone number is 770-465-6610. Again, 770-465-6610. Our website is www.africa's children's fund.org. And I must add something here. We are an organization that provides services here in the United States and in Africa, and can actually travel to Africa with you. How about that?
All right. Well, hey, I'm trying to get on that road here. I can't wait to get to Africa. I want to see where it all happened. Okay, where it started, and I can't wait to get centered. Because I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I'm longing to feel. The Spirit of the Lord. They say when you get off the plane, you just feel a newness and a different spirit.
You're not the same again.
You'll never be the same.
Never be the same again. Listen, I don't want to be the same again. You know, old things are passed away. Behold, all things are new. So I am so excited, okay, with my upcoming trip to Africa, whatever part the Lord shall say, because I know He's going to do it and He's going to do it right. All right, the Antidote Show will be in Africa, okay, because I got Germany coming in January. So make sure and stay tuned to that too. I just had to bring that out there. Oh, Jamaica hit me up too. So I'm excited to be able to go to Jamaica as well. See, listen, guys, we have to do what God has called us to do. Okay? When we get in a position, and I know this is a calling upon his life because he eats and breathes it. This is an everyday 24/7 thing. This is a lifestyle. This isn't an on one event, off the other event. Okay? He means this from his heart. And I met his beautiful wife, and she just glows. She's so pretty. I can't wait to see her again. But you can tell in their spirit that this is real for them. This is really real for them. Okay, guys, so I asked you to get out and fund that. I'll be posting the flyer for the Bentley event as well as the 25th annual event, Taste of the World. Oh, I'm looking for celebrity chefs as well. Inbox me. I need some celebrity chefs. So please inbox me. We're going to taste the world, okay? I'm telling you, I'm trying to get you involved. Everybody can't go with you. Now, God will send the boat out to you to rescue you, and you don't get on board, and then you talk about, oh, she all puffed up now. No, I tried to get you. Now he told me to shake the dust off and keep on moving. So I'm trying to get you in. Y'all know this is a good source, and y'all know I keep it real. So don't even play with me, okay? All right, so we're going to keep it moving. Now I want to talk to Segun with the Nigeria African Public Affairs Committee. Now we're going to talk about basically the same things because that's what their move is too. It's children and the politics around the world and making sure we get out and vote, and especially those that are immigrants. Okay? You guys, just because you come from another country doesn't mean that you can't be a part of what's going on in this country because you live here. So that means you have a voice too. All those, I don't care if you're from Australia, I don't care if you're from Israel, wherever. I'm telling you, you have a voice, okay? You have a voice, and your voice could be the antidote that changes everything in our community, in this world, okay? Because y'all know we at the end times. Y'all know we're in the end times, and we don't have a lot of time, okay? So we got to get busy now, guys, okay? Listen, I told y'all, he blasts the trumpet. All right. I know some of y'all be like, why is she hollering at us? Because y'all don't hear it no other way. Okay. So I want you guys, listen, get on board. So Segun, go ahead and tell us about give us your information, who you are and everything. Yes, I met him at the Nigerian Women's for Progress gala event. I'm telling you, it was off the chain. And I met him, and then I got a call. Hey, Marshall, you need to interview him. I was like, we already talked, but okay, I got you because there's an importance and there's an urgency right now. You know what I'm saying? And we have to make ourselves available. We can't be too puffed up and not be willing to go. Yeah, that's okay. It has caused me to come, but guess what? My people are going to profit from this. Okay, my people are going to profit for this. So I have to go where God leads me to go to bring forth that word because the trumpet is going to be blasted. And these are the trumpets. Okay, so I hope y'all hear it in the spirit. Remember, some of you guys ain't going to get this, but y'all catch it on the ride home. All right, so Shay, go ahead.
Well, Rochelle, thank you. Thank the viewers for having me today. Before I get started, let me just thank my fellow Nigerian and also a mentor in the community for the work that he does, because starting with our children is really the fundamental aspect of where it all starts. And the work he's doing is just phenomenal. The African Children Fund is where it all starts. So I must put my hats off to him first before I even begin to talk about what I do.
Thank you.
So thank you, sir. I'm with an organization called the Nigerian American Public Affairs Committee, NAPAC USA, and our goal, especially in this time, this climate that we have, is engaging people in our community, Nigerian Americans, Africans who have come over, immigrants that have come over, and we need to get involved in the dialogue and the conversation about policy and how it impacts us. I know a lot of us come here And the first thing we think about is how do we survive? You know, as you know, Nigerians are one of the most educated immigrants in the U.S. I mean, when you look across all the immigrant communities, we have the most degrees, but we invested in ourselves and in our families and back in our home countries. But this is home for a lot of us. So a big part of this organization is mobilizing us to get involved with the process here, and also being able to have a voice. Because with elections right now that just started yesterday, October 15th, until November 7th, we have to have that voice. And the only way we have that voice is our vote at the polls.
Right, but let me right back up on something you said that just touched me in my spirit. I almost got up and shouted, but you know I gotta hold my braids tight. No, but when you said that we have the most degrees and we take care of our family, okay, that's one of the things I want to reach our community. We have to take care of what's ours, but because before we can go out and be a blessing to someone else, we have to make sure our house has been taken care of. So I wanted to put that little sidebar in there because these are the points that the Lord wants to make through these conversations so that you can get these seeds of empowerment. Okay, we have, and I know sometimes we can't work with Bebe and them. I know, but however, you can still pray for Bebe and them. You can pray off those generational curses because that's what we're fighting against, spiritual warfare. Okay, so we have to start somewhere to turn it around in our families. Just like this brother just said, we got our degrees and then we helped our family. Okay, then from them helping their family in the process, they help their community. They help the kingdom. Okay, so there's steps, there's processes, there's parables in which we have to go back to the basics of so that we can prosper, so then our voice and our vote can really count.
Yes. Yeah.
And those Black lives can really matter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So tell us about the policy interests in your organization.
So we have 5 areas that we're focused on. Definitely immigration. As you know, with the new administration looking at immigration again and looking from a point of, well, let me step back actually before I even talk about policy. And just let people know the platform is a nonpartisan platform. We take positions on policy first before party. So I don't want anyone to feel because you're on this platform that you have to be part of this particular party. Our interest first. So our interest starts with immigration. And as you know, the current administration with the situation with DACA and also the policy that they had, which I think was a failed policy of separating the children from the parents. I mean, that was unjust and nobody should ever think that that's justifiable. I don't care where you are from in the world and where we are. So we stand for what's right in our society. Immigration is one of them because we're an immigrant community. We also education. As I mentioned earlier, Nigerians are very well educated and exposed. And just look at 2 years ago, Howard University graduated 96 pharmaceutical PhDs. Half of them were Nigerian, 43 are distinguished. So the contributions we make in education, in Georgia, I mean, it's
in the numbers.
Yeah, in the numbers. So we need to find a way how to harness and be able to contribute to those coming behind us. You know, those children, African children funders, the projects they're doing. We need to find a way to get involved. We're also healthcare. We have a large population of individuals from Nigeria who are in the healthcare industry here in the U.S. From physicians to nurses to pharmacists to any health service area, we have a lot of professionals there. And then, of course, economic empowerment. A lot of Nigerians are contributing to the growth of small business in this country, which is what energizes and powers up this country. But as we contribute to that, we have to look at ways to pull on resources and contribute to development back in the African continent, back home in Nigeria. And I say that because in this new era, we're seeing a lot of other countries like China going to Africa and leveraging those opportunities. Why can't we go back, not just as Africans, but as a Black community and Americans as a whole, and go back and do some of the things that we really need to do without the constraints of IMF and the World Bank. Let's go back and do real business and let's invest because we spend a lot of money. So those are the primary areas that we work in. I said health. Did I forget any?
No,
whatever's out there. But the importance is we have that voice.
Right.
We have to be able to speak to the things that interest us as a community and find the right people to represent those interests, regardless of the party they're from.
So what kind of government do you have in Nigeria?
So Nigeria is a democracy today. The democracy has been around for, I want to say, about 20 years now. Yeah. And prior to that, just like most African countries, we struggled where we started democracies and were under military rule. Well, a lot's changed, and Nigeria is open for new ideas, a lot of business, and opportunities. So I tell people, even though you meet Nigerians here, the opportunities back in Nigeria that they can get engaged and involved in. And all you have to do is start by meeting Nigerians in your community here. You don't have to yet travel all the way to Africa yet, but meet Nigerians and other African immigrants that are here and learn about their culture.
Wow. Let me ask you a question. This is kind of off the...
No problem.
Is there African American over there?
Oh, no doubt.
No doubt. America.
I know.
You know how.
I know.
Oh, because they have that on the. They have that on the applications. Africa America. Where's that? Y'all know I talked about that on my whole little rant. Yeah. But I just wanted to know, is that a country? Okay, we're going back to you. Okay. Yeah. Stop laughing, Kevin. I see you out there, King. What are some of the activities you got going on here in Georgia through your organization?
Yeah, so we do quite a bit. Our biggest activity, not just in Georgia, because we are a nationwide organization. We have state packs in about 7 other states that are doing the same thing. But our biggest drive this year is voters registration and education in our community, because it's so important that we go to the polls and vote people who are going to speak for our opinions and our policies and make sure that we apply them, because our families are hurting when bad decisions are made.
Yes.
Just look, a few weeks ago, what I'm saying, October 5th, a young Nigerian was murdered and tased by police in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
Chinedu Okobi. And I have to bring this up because Black lives do matter.
Yes.
Despite the condition he was in, there was no reason for that to happen. And the sad thing is a similar incident happened in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia in 2015, where another Nigerian American was tased to death by police and nothing really truly happened. I mean, it was swept under the rug. We need to have real conversations.
Yes.
Because too many Black people are being accosted by police. And I must say this. I was in a barber's saloon a few months ago, and this young 11-year-old kid asked me the question. He said, "Sir," and I think we're watching on the news, another killing by police.
Right.
And the kid asked, "Sir, what should we do? We do everything right. What should I do?"
That's deep.
Right.
Yeah. And I looked at this kid. I'm like, I mean, he's asking me that question. And I said, we have to do whatever we're told to do in society. Respect our elders, respect authority. But I said, yeah, but we do that.
Right.
But still get killed.
And still get killed.
So we have to take it a step further.
That's right.
Yeah, and I know we're different races in this society, but we need to have real conversations and get away from the stereotypes.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Because it goes back to us knowing who we are as a people. Because if we honestly come together as a people and stand up as a people, our voice will be heard. But we can't come to the table any kind of way. We have to come with organization. We have to come with structure. We have to come, not everyone wanting to be the leader. Y'all know I'm going to keep it real now. Now, y'all already know Obama was not the first Black president of the United States. We started to be the first Black president of the United States, but because we couldn't get our articles and our things together, then they booted us. Keeping it really real. Okay? Now, of our time, Obama is our first Black president under this Constitution. But Black presidents was becoming way before they even thought of it. We are kings and queens. Remember, they stole from us. They stole from us. Now, we do have some that will walk with us because they know the truth. Because even back in the 70s, the hippies knew the truth of what the song meant with the statue, the American flag. The hippies knew what it meant. They was burning the flag because they knew what the song meant. We'll free the slave. We'll kill the slave before we free the slaves. So that's going back into our penal systems. We'll kill the black man before we free him.
And it's interesting to talk about activism because we come from a society that we always, of course, we were colonized by the British and got our independence in the 1960s. But we have a lot of rich history. One of our icons that I celebrated yesterday, Fela Kuti, who, if he was alive today, would have turned 80.
Wow.
Yesterday.
Wow.
His birthday was 80 years. And he spoke a lot about the injustice in our society with the government of our days.
Yes.
Growing up. And he spoke through his music. He spoke as an activism. I mean, he spoke globally. He traveled the world. He's been to the US. And those are some of the things that we have to find. We have to find platforms, not just within the government, but outside the government.
Definitely.
As a people, because the government is the people, really.
Yeah.
And we should be able to communicate those things. So I remembered him yesterday because he started what we have today as Afrobeats. You see a lot of young Africans getting into entertainment today, and they're communicating the same message, right? Just in a different
way. That's right. To reach a different ear.
Yeah.
Yes, and everybody has a different way of reaching that ear. But I keep coming into my spirit about us coming together as a people. Because let me tell you something. If you're standing on the rock, the true rock of Jesus Christ, if you're standing on that true rock of the higher being, the Holy Spirit, we have the power. We have the power as a people to tear down mountains, to do anything. But we first have to get with one accord. Now, I say with one accord because that's what the word of God says. He didn't say on the accord. Because remember, you put your foot on the cord, there's going to be a short. So we have to get with the currency, with the movement, so then we can make a change as a people. Remember, I'm not talking to everybody that's on these networks. I'm only talking to a remnant of people. It's only a few of us that are in the spirit of love and of government and of kingdom. Okay? So we, those few, have to get together because everyone else is sleeping. They ain't getting it. They don't see it. They're seeing money when it's not, it's far past that. It's love. And that's how these businesses operate, out of love, in order for them to do the things that they do, in order for them to mentor the young people, in order for people to listen to their liberalism and listen to what they have to say in politics and in the justice system and in this world, in order for us to overcome. I think, and this is just me thinking, I think that the national anthem should be "We Shall Overcome." I think it should be changed. Why are we saluting a song that was never meant for us? No disrespect to those that have served in the militaries. No disrespect to you, because really the song was not about you in your serving. We honor those that have served. We honor those that have put their lives on the line. But it's far beyond that in the spirit realm. We have to get out of carnalism. We have to get out of the mindset of man and get in the spirit realm of Christ so that we can move. I'm bringing powerful people before you. They're blasting the trumpet. Get on board. Support our people. Support our people. Go blue. Because guess what? Before the blood runs out, it's blue first. Y'all got that? Y'all catch that on the ride home. But go blue, subliminally speaking, okay? Because before it runs out, it's first blue before it turns red. Okay? So get in the spirit. Get into what God is trying to birth out of this nation and out of his people. And that's kingdom that is coming together into our justice platforms, and getting in a platform to where your voice can be heard. Open up your doors. Open up your churches. Open up these venues to people that are speaking a powerful word and bringing substance into our community so we can make that change. Yeah, that makes sense to y'all?
Oh,
it do to me, because if y'all have any questions, go on and hit me up. Y'all know I take them good or bad. It don't even matter. Okay, what is the personal story of you living in America? Because I know you have a story that I know is going to kind of shock us or knock us off our feet in your testimony of even getting here and how you got into what you're doing now, so that other Black they can do it. Yeah. Remember, just because you fall, remember, wise man falls 7 times to get back up. You know, you look in the Bible and you look in the Word of God, everybody did something. Walk with your limp. Walk with your limp. It doesn't matter what you're going through. God still loves you. And he said love covers a multitude of sin. Just get out there and do what you got to do. All right, to make things happen. It's enough for me. Y'all know y'all hear me all the time. But
well, I'll start by saying I'm a family man, right? And I've got a beautiful wife and 3 kids. My wife called Adeyina. I've been married for 16 years.
Awesome.
So I believe family is, for me, is very key.
Mm-hmm.
Just like my father did many years ago. The story of most Nigerians, or all Nigerians normally that have moved to the U.S., come here seeking an opportunity for an education, with a chance to achieve that education and go back home. But what ended up happening, I came here in 1988 to study electrical engineering.
I graduated from high school in 88.
Oh, well, you don't look like it.
Thank you.
But pursued an electrical engineering degree. When I got done, I still wasn't tired. You know, like most Nigerians, we always want to achieve the next level. Went for a master's degree and got hired in the IT industry. And 20 years, got married. 20 years went by, and I'm still here. And another 10 years, and worked in the IT industry till present. But along that journey, I've always been engaged in the community, right from college, whether it's the African community or the international community, or been a mentor for big brothers, big sisters. Had twin boys that I mentored. They're 30 years old. I mentored when they were 11. And to me, giving back to the community was always vital in everything I did. It wasn't no question that I shouldn't be engaged in the community. So my story is like most Nigerian immigrants that come here with a purpose, where we always intend and have intention of returning back to Nigeria, but we get engaged here because of the situations back there in the 80s, 90s. We decided to stay here, have our families, our children are born here, but then be positive contributors to the society. Mm-hmm. Because that's really what it's about when you have immigrants, and a lot of immigrants are doing that. So when I hear some of the stories of immigrants being sent back to their home countries after contributing years and years, either private business owners or professionals, mm-hmm. and mentors in the community, it's really sad, mm-hmm. in this day and age. So my story is a story that resonates with all of us. I mean,
awesome.
I know when you invited me to this interview, it worked out perfectly that I was interviewing with Dr. Mbaba, because what he does, the African Children's Fund, is really that, and it started from a very young age, and that's what we should all be about.
Yes, most definitely. So, Dr. Victor, I ain't forgot about you. I know you. I know you sitting right there. So, can you give us? And I don't know, I can't really see how much time we may have left. But give us some final thoughts on your movement, and again, how they can get involved. Where they can, who they can contact to get involved. Remember, I'm challenging my Black brothers. I'm challenging my brothers to come forth and be mentors. And it's not a color thing. It's a love thing. Okay, so when I say my Black brothers or my brothers, it's a love thing. Okay, so we need real men to step up to the plate. It doesn't have color. Love that has no color. So if you're willing to step up to the plate, willing to be a part, willing to make a difference in these communities, step up. Step up. So don't get my lingo or my, words misconstrued or conflicted that, oh, she's prejudiced, or, oh, she's all about Blacks. No, I got to take care of mine. I got to make sure mine is taken care of, because this is one community that lacks in that. Every other community looks out after theirs but us. We haven't got that yet, because we're still stuck in those generational curses and those ways that we were taught of the old not to support our own. It's time for us to start picking the ladder up and putting it down in the box, because you know your hands are not long enough to reach who's down in that box. So the ladder meaning your resource. You may not have the finance to bring me out, but you may have the resource to bring me out. You may know someone that can help bring me out, help me get out of a situation of being battered, or help some children get out of a situation of being hungry. That's what I mean by putting that ladder down in the box and bringing someone up, even with you or even before you. Because if you make it, we all make it. We're all going to be successful. So give us some final thoughts, Dr. Victor.
Well, I'm going to be as brief as I can.
Okay.
And first of all, I want to thank God for being who God is.
Yes.
Giving each of us our own talent.
Yeah.
And because like I'm doing small things that I'm doing, and Segun is doing his own thing. Look at you, a wonderful
it's all a piece
woman,
of the puzzle,
helping to tell these stories.
Yeah.
And you play a very powerful role in what we will call the movement.
Amen.
And what we are doing. And I thank Segun because I just wanted to give a small note regarding what the organization is about. That we who are the immigrants, the African immigrants in this country, who've come to meet our brothers and sisters, we go to church together, yes we do.
Mm-hmm.
Or we go shop together, yes we do. But wouldn't it be nice, and it is, that they find a platform that we can work together in the political process of this country?
Yes.
And I really admire that, because as we work together in this process, we can grow together.
We sure can.
And my own life story is a little bit unique. At the age of 11, I was orphaned due to the Nigerian Civil War.
Oh, wow.
My father was killed, and from there, life wasn't quite easy. So I did not go to school for 3 years. But I overcame that through the help of people. And I graduated high school and became a teacher a few months after.
Oh, wow.
I received scholarship after graduating from University of Nigeria in Soka to come to Tuskegee and study agriculture.
Awesome.
I earned a master's degree, and the first job I had was to grow crops for a wealthy guy in Montgomery so that deers can come to his farm to eat, and they will kill the deer just for the fun of it.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine that?
It's sport.
Okay.
It's a sport.
All right. I moved to Atlanta and I worked for a grocery store stocking merchandise. Then later on became a substitute teacher. The story of this is that we in our Black communities need to do whatever it takes to support our families.
That's right.
Because if it is about picking crops in the farm, let's do it with dignity.
Yes.
So that we can teach our children the dignity in labor.
That's
so
right.
that they can grow, not get caught up with all that.
That's right. And be humble.
Okay.
Humble yourself.
Yeah.
By saying all that, even joining Africa's Children's Fund is a key thing for us to work together.
Mm-hmm.
As for us, the new immigrants, meeting all of our brothers and sisters to work together to mentor, provide housing for those who don't need it, who do not have the housing, but needs it. Yes. So we can join hands together. Our event is coming up November 10 and 11. Come and celebrate with us 25 years of service.
Yes, please do. The Antidote show will be there. So listen, come out to the event. Please come out to the event. Now stay tuned to my my Facebook page. I'll come in with a few little tastes and teases for you. I ain't coming with it all because you should have came on out.
and Sister Michelle is going to let you know when the next trip to Africa.
Yes, I definitely will.
It's going to be a big one.
Yes, I'm excited. Hey, y'all know I'm in charge of my own destiny. I can go when I want to. I don't even have a dog at the house. I just got Jesus. Right. And when he say go, I got to go.
And you take him with you.
Yes, I take him with me. And I can't wait because I know the praise is going to be great. I am so excited. So listen, Segun, go ahead and go ahead.
And wrap
up. Go ahead and give them. I'm not for sure how much time we have left. I think we probably got about 5-10 minutes left.
I'll try and be as brief as I can.
Hey, take your time.
But again, so we have, again, our goal right now is to get people out to vote.
Yes.
All over the country, not just Georgia, but everywhere else.
Yes.
Because this election is very important to our communities. Georgia especially,
yes.
Florida, because we're looking at potentially the first Black female governor.
Yes.
The Nigerian Women for Progress did an awesome job this weekend. I was just so elated to be there and be a strong supporter of them. Mrs. Ego Ndukwe was the founder. She was very, very determined and deliberate in the message and getting the Nigerian African community out to be a part of this process and supported candidates that they believe in. And that's what they did. Candidates they believe in. Again, I said our platform is to promote for all. It's about policy first. And then you identify the party that really supports the policies and the issues that you're concerned about. So we need our people to get out there and vote. Our website is www.napacusa.org. You can find out more information about what we do, where we are. You can donate to support our platform because we have to empower ourselves to be able to be conscious about what we're doing. This Sunday we have, and this just came up. We kind of put this together. Okay. We have a fundraiser. Our state PAC in Georgia is supporting the candidacy of Stacey Abrams for governor.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then, in addition, Janice Laws for Commissioner of Insurance.
Janice Laws, y'all saw her this weekend.
Donna McLeod, District 105, as the state rep there.
Yeah.
We also endorsed Zara Kashink.
See, I ain't the only one.
But she came out. She came out to our first meeting this year. She's of Iraqi descent. Grew up here in America, and she came out. And not only did we endorse her, but she told a story, an immigrant story, which was very similar to stories we had.
Yeah.
Despite we're of different races, but she had a similar story, and we could really connect. And because of her story, our membership grew that day. So we have to be open. We have to be open to different ideas, but more importantly, we have to appreciate who we are, and we have to fight and have that voice. One last thing, and then I'm going to stop. Go
ahead. We good.
We're at the Congressional Black Caucus this year, and we hosted our second. We call it the One Voice Reception, and the One Voice Reception is about bringing different platforms, different African communities together. Just like we're doing here in Georgia, we've met with the Kenyan American Community Church over in Marietta, and we met with the Eritrean Community Center over in Stone Mountain. I met with the Tigray community also in Stone Mountain, and of course the Nigerian Association of Nigerians of Georgia, which brings all the Nigerian communities together, had a picnic. So we're going out and having that one voice, and we had that one voice reception where we recognized and Cory Booker for the contributions he's done in Newark, New Jersey, and New Jersey as a state in getting the African community engaged. The city of Newark has an African commission, which I hope our mayor here in Atlanta and other cities will have an African commission, so we can sit down and have a dialogue and bring some of our resources to the table. And also at the state level, he did the same thing. Don't tell him what he can do if he became president. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Hey, all things are possible. Right? Let's do it.
So we have supporters out there. Frederica Wilson, who supported the Boko Haram Bring Back Our Girls movement. She was just phenomenal. She invited us she invited NAPAC to the Black Caucus. And of course, Karen Bass was also another supporter there. There are a lot of them out there, and we like to engage our legislators. Let me not forget Congressman Hank Johnson is also a strong fighter for our rights over. When the DACA came out, he was the first to have a town hall meeting. Right. So those are the people that we have to talk about. See how we get involved, and our state legislators also. There's so many of them. Erica Thomas, she's also been a big supporter. Donzella James, a big supporter. D. Dawkins Haglish, and she's no longer a legislator, but she continues to advocate for women trafficking. So it shouldn't just stop. It should be a continuation in our community and collaboration. So I thank all those people and the people I haven't mentioned for being a part of this, and I thank you for having us on the show.
Yes, so worth it.
Because I know this show will go beyond where it is.
Most definitely.
And we'll reach the community and start having, and this is the dialogue that we've been waiting for.
Thank you. Well, hey, listen, I'm ready to go wherever you lead me. Wherever you invite me and the Lord say go, I shall go. So if you need me, you're going to have an event, call on me, I'll come out. meet some great people so we can get that word out. Okay, so that door is always open. The Antidote Show. Hey guys, thank you guys so much for being a part of the Antidote
Show.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys. We're going to do a lot of things in the community together because we all know and realize that God is the antidote. And God uses us to be that catalyst and to be that vessel to get it out to his people. So I thank God for connecting us in the kingdom, okay? So that we can do great things and we can dress up. Y'all know I love dressing up.
Thank you.
So they got events where I can dress up. So y'all better watch out. That Casino Royale night. I can't wait for that. Woo! Yeah. Listen, guys. So we're only down to a few minutes left. You know, we're running out of time. Next week, guys, I will be in Las Vegas, Nevada. I have an awesome show coming up with some people there. You're going to be excited to hear from some of these testimonies, some book writers and authors. Then we'll be in California. I'll be meeting with Stacy Hall. He's a comedian doing a lot of great things. Also, I'll be with Lord of the Universe, King Lord James Brown of the Universe, of Noel Jones Church. He has a great play coming up. So guys, look, I can come where you are if God leads me. Again, I operate off of donations. God blesses me to be able to get real cheap airline tickets and things like that. So, you know, I'm not asking for a certain amount, but whatever God puts on your heart to be a donation to the Antidote Show. I don't ask anyone to come on the show for anything. But if God puts it on your heart to be a blessing, hey, I ain't gonna stop you from blessing me. All right, I'm not gonna stop you from blessing me. So I thank everyone for reaching out. Since we do have, I think, about 2 or 3 minutes left, I don't know if anybody logged into your Facebook page, but I like to say thank you guys for social media. Please make sure and share these shows so we can go viral, so people can really see and hear what's really going on. Make sure you get out and vote. Started yesterday. Get out and vote. Please pack patience with you. Let patience be her perfect work, because the enemy wants to distract you from getting your voice out, from being heard. He wants to tell you your voice doesn't matter. Your voice does matter.
It does.
Your voice does matter. Our lives do matter. But we have to make it matter for ourselves before other people will see that it matters. Okay? We have to make our own examples. So let's stop making excuses why we can't have, why we can't do. Okay? We have to let God be the antidote and him bring the antidote in our life, and we start doing what we know to do. All right? So make sure you guys are supporting these organizations. I'll have my flyers out. You can get the information off my flyers. Their names and everything is on my flyer. You'll find it on my website, The Antidote Behind the Chair. Also, again, to my hairstylist, I know I have a lot of salons coming up. I'm picking up Thursday nights for the hairstylist, for the beauty salon, so we can sit down and have a conversation. So I'll come out to the barbershops and the beauty salons and we can sit down. We can do real talk, real solutions, or we can do the antidote. It does not matter. But we need to stop meeting and be about it. So, you know, real talk, real solutions, to get in the door, you either pay a donation or you volunteer. Okay? So if you're gonna have me come out to your salon, you're either gonna volunteer your services for whatever we have going on after we have our conversation, or you're going to donate, or you will not be aired. It's just that simple. Okay, because we got to keep this ball rolling and we got to keep things moving. And listen, I got my destiny in my hands, so I allow you to treat me how I want you to treat me, and I want you to treat me with respect just as well as I treat you. And I will make sure and take care of you if you take care of me. But if we make God famous, he's gonna make us famous. Y'all heard me? Okay.
Thank you
So much. I appreciate you guys. And guys, please make sure and share these shows on your social media platforms. And remember, watch it again. You might have missed something. You might just need to hear it again to get it in your spirit.
Oh yeah.
To get it in your spirit. Reach out, support. Don't forget, I have the Canned Good Drive. If you'd like me to put a box in your salon, I will definitely do that, or in your business. We're trying to get 1,000 canned goods. I think that event is November the 25th, that we're trying to get these canned goods with Kimball Williams. Okay, so listen for that name. You're going to hear that name a lot. She's doing a lot of great things in the community. She's also a jazz singer. She's going to be singing at one of the events this weekend. I mean, in November the 10th and 11th. She's going to be singing at one of those events. In order for you to know which event, you have to be in there. Okay? Right. All right. So we're excited. We're going to see you soon. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. And remember, also, God is the antidote, and I'll see you next Tuesday in Las Vegas. Here I come. I love you. God bless you, and good night.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, you listen to her.
All right.
This is what we call